Blaze is a 6-star Centurion or AoE guard, who is available through both headhunting and recruitment, and is one of the best operators in the game. Blaze stands at 172 centimeters, is a feline, and has powerful originum arts that allow her to raise temperatures in specific areas, along with having combustible blood. Her birth date is unknown, she has 7 years of combat experience, and she was born in Victoria. Blaze's backstory is shrouded in mystery, with the most being known about her family is that they're linked to a mysterious murder in Yon, getting the attention of Operator Lazy, who was a censor at the time. She's dedicated to Rhodes Island and the cause that they support, inspiring operators throughout Rhodes Island, while some view her as brutish with her methods. Her analysis shows that Blaze is infected, with a cell originum assimilation of 16%, having crystals deposited around her torso possibly due to blood circulation, and has a blood originum crystal density of 0.24 parts per liter. Medics have tried to control the auropathy, but Blaze is unwilling to leave the battlefield. One medic even threatens to have Calicut take away her alcoholic beverages if she doesn't wear protective gear on the mission she carries out. In her first archive file, Blaze's arts abilities are described. Her arts can be best understood as the ability to rapidly heat gases within a specified area, with a limit as to how high she can raise the temperature. However, there are many restrictions to her arts, such as not being able to directly act upon objects, have a limited range, or not being able to cause direct damage. What Blaze is capable of, however, is enormous, such as creating a hot air buffer to keep enemies at bay, rapid air expansion to generate thrust, or even causing a small explosion by supercompressing air. Her second archive file describes Blaze on the battlefield. She has a perfect track record of completing her tasks, teamwork, being flexible in her role, and being extremely trustworthy to the point of being able to catch someone free-falling from 300 meters. Her third archive file mainly goes on to describe what an elite operator of Rhodes Island is, mainly talking about hard work and dedication. Finally, in her promotion record, it's a recording of Blaze talking with someone, supposedly Calicut. Mainly the two talk about who is trustworthy, mainly being the other elite operators, with Blaze wondering when her birthday party will be due to it being censored. In her character art done by W, Blaze wears a white Rhodes Island jacket with a white t-shirt underneath, black shorts, a red hairband, combat boots, many leather straps and belts with a few pouches, gloves, an elbow pad, and carries a carrying case on her left with a chainsaw on the right. She also has her ID badge, her infection monitor on the left hand, and a throat microphone. In her dialogue lines voiced by Mai Nakahara, Blaze explains her reasoning for staying at Rhodes Island.
感染者のために戦う。それが私の信条。私たちに降りかかる不条理は誰の目にもはっきり映ってるはずなのに、ほとんどの人が見て見ぬふりでしょ。でも、私は見過ごせないし、見過ごさない。ロドスのオペレーターたちはみんな私をサポートしてくれる。だから、みんなの期待は絶対に裏切れないんだ。ロドスで働いてる理由？そりゃ、行くところがなかったからに決まってるでしょ？いや、というより、ロドスより条件のいいところは見つからないと思うよ。給料もいいし、医療設備も最新のものばかりだし、その上、可愛いウサギちゃんもいる。最高でしょ？私は、ロドスの教習担当オペレーターって言っても、戦局をひっくり返すようなアーツも、一人で敵の大軍を相手にできる技術も持ってない。でも、私の得意技2つを組み合わせれば、ドッカーン効果抜群。こういうの、化学反応ってやつかな。ドクター、いつか君は自分の本当の責任を背負う日が来るって、ケルシー先生が言ってた。私は命を救ってくれた先生のことは信頼してるし、君は何者か自分の目で確かめろとも言われた。もちろんそうするつもりだよ。オリパシンが私の命を奪うまではね。アーミアちゃん、ケルシー先生、そして今の君。ロドスの仲間が君たちを認めてるのは、君たちが一度だってみんなのことを諦めなかったからだよ。感染者のために戦うことが正義だって、 私は信じてる。私たちの戦いにはとてつもない価値があるんだよ、ドクター。無駄な犠牲だって、代価のない勝利だって存在しないんだ。感染者の権利は感染者自身の手で取り戻す。
Blaze also enjoys the heat and working out.
あ、ドクター、タオル取って。今日のトレーニングはこれでおしまい。毎日欠かさず6時間のトレーニングを積んで、命令が来たらいつでも出られる臨戦態勢にしておかなくちゃいけないんだ。よし、お待たせ。今日はどこ行く？いい？今回はドクターのおごりだからね。周りの空気が熱くなってきたのを感じる？わからない？へえ、じゃあもう少し温めてみようかな。いや、ムードを盛り上げようと思って。この辺温度が低すぎるかな。もしどこかが急に発火したら、それはただの副作用だからね。私が振りまく血で大盛り上がり間違いなし。
Though sometimes she's a bit awkward or friendly around the doctor.
もし私の助けが必要なら遠慮せず言ってちょうだい。君が私を信じて、私も君を信じる。君が指揮を取って私が戦う。そういうこと。私たちこそロドスのベストコンビだよね。あ、今言ったことアーニャちゃんには内緒だからね。君に会う前、たくさんの人が記憶喪失前の君について話してくれたよ。まあ今の君はあの人たちが語るドクターとはちょっと違うみたいだけどね。前のドクターと今のドクター、別人って考えた方がいいかな。もしドクターを寝室まで運ぶところを見られたら誤解されちゃうかな。いっそこのまま寝かせておこうか。なんか暑くなってきたね。汗かいてきちゃったよ。
At E2 with everything maxed, Blaze has 2,821 HP, 853 attack, 415 defense, 0 resistance, a 70-second redeploy time, a DP cost of 22, 3 block, and an attack speed of 1.2 seconds. Her range doesn't change when promoted. When Blaze has max trust, she gains plus 60 attack and plus 45 defense. When her pod is maxed, Blaze gains plus 22 attack, minus 2 to her DP cost, and improves her first and second talents. Her first talent when at max pot in E2, Emergency Defibrillation, heals Blaze for 50% of her HP, one time only, when it falls beneath 25%, and prevents HP from falling under 50% for 7 seconds. Her second talent at max pot, Harsh Training, gives her status resistance after being deployed for 12 seconds. Her base skills affect power plants in the workshop. Her first base skill, Heat Charge Alpha, increases drone recovery rate by plus 10% when she's assigned to a power plant. Her second base skill, Slice Iron Split Steel, increases the byproduct rate by 80% when assigned to a workshop and processing building material. Blaze's first skill, Power Strike Gamma, gains SP when attacking and is automatically triggered, requiring 3 SP to activate and starts with 0 SP at level 7 and requires 2 SP to activate at M3. At level 7, the attack of her next attack increases to 225%. At M3, it's 290. Her second skill, Chainsaw Extension Module, gains SP over time and is automatically triggered, requiring 80 SP to activate and starts with 0 SP at level 7, requiring 70 SP to activate at M3. At level 7, the duration is unlimited, increasing attack by 70%, defense by 20%, and her attack range increases by 1 square. At M3, her attack is increased by 100% and her defense by 35%. Her third skill, Boiling Burst, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, requiring 39 SP to activate and starts with 19 SP at level 7, requiring 35 SP and starting with 25 SP at M3. At level 7, it lasts for 10 seconds, and upon skill activation, Blaze's attack and defense gradually rise to plus 60%, attacking all enemies in front of her. When the skill ends, she loses 25% HP and deals 340% attack as physical damage to surrounding enemies. At M3, attack and defense rise to plus 80%, and she deals 400% attack to surrounding enemies. Blaze is an amazing operator overall and finds herself soundly placed in higher level squads. Great attack and HP, attacks that hit up to 3 enemies in her range, who can block 3 enemies, has great DPS with all 3 skills. Her talents are amazing, giving her self-healing and status resistance and range expansion or heavy damage. However, like every AoE guard, she's very expensive to deploy. Has poor defense without S2 and S3. Emergency defib doesn't proc in the event where she gets hit and her HP goes from 25% to 0. Boiling Burst can kill her if emergency defib was already procced, and emergency defib doesn't proc on some enemies. Overall, she's very useful at choke points where high DPS and block are needed and shreds through enemies like there's no tomorrow. As expected of a 6-star operator, she's very expensive to raise. To get Blaze to E2 and master all of her skills, not including leveling, it requires 210,000 LMD, 5 guard chips, 4 guard dual chips, 10 skill summary 1s, 24 skill summary 2s, 113 skill summary 3s, 4 damage devices, 4 ester, 7 aura rock cubes, 4 sugar, 8 polyketon, 5 devices, 4 coagulating gel, 8 ori rock clusters, 8 Auroron clusters, 4 integrated devices, 8 Akiton, 25 optimized devices, 6 Auroron blocks, 8 White Horse coals, 13 manganese trihydrates, 8 keton colloids, 10 D32 steels, 6 bipolar nanoflakes, and 6 polymerization preparations. Thank you for watching. Please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well.